wireless. Let's get started. Oprime el 2 para español. If you'd like to make a quick payment now, press 1. Let's keep going. Just F. Let's try these options first. For all payment stuff, press 1. To hear about features, press 2.
This is a feature I didn't expect.
For warranty or insurance information, press 4. One last try. For payments and auto pay, press 1.
No, I have pressed
To buy data,
0
international dialing,
to get an
or
operator,
hotspot
customer
packages,
service
press 2.
representative, twice.
For voicemail help, press 3. For warranty or insurance info, press 4.
You don't have any of that.
Sure. I'll get one of our best folks. Just a sec. Oh, and by the way,
They're turning off my hotspot now.
Might be monitored or recorded.
Yes, sir. Welcome to Cricket Nation. My name is Dennis.
Why are you guys turning off my hotspot? You're turning off my hotspot. I'm not doing it. You're turning it off. Now, for the past 5 months, I've been having trouble with you guys ever since the beginning. Ever since the beginning of my inception into your system, you guys have been cheating me out of data. Now, 2 days ago, after having several speed checks run, and you know it's not easy getting into the web when you cut my data speed down below 10 gigabytes. I'm not gigabytes, 10 kilobytes, because I've actually received speed checks of that. I've got a very good computer, and I've been able to stay online with the help of the Geek Squad. And I've had the Geek Squad and 3 other independent sites conduct speed tests on you people for the past 3 months. During this month, you have lowered my speed down below the 128 kilobytes of speed, minimal speed I'm supposed to get when I run out of my high-speed data. And by the way, I have never gotten high-speed data. Not even what you people term as high-speed data, which I am told by Geek Squad and 3 other phone companies that I've been talking to, is really not high-speed data. Now, 2 days ago, I talked to a person early in the morning who didn't want to have an argument with me or start an argument with me, and they changed some settings, and I have been able to get into my email. I've been able to even get into YouTube. I have been able to use my computer just like I could use it when I had an Ethernet connection, which only ran at 65 kilobytes per second. 65 kilobytes per second is enough to get into whatever websites I want to use, including my own. But today, on this day, you have turned off my hotspot from your facility 3 times so far. I find that this is interesting that it happens on the weekends. It usually happens after your offices are closed. So I'm then off the line for 6 or 8 hours. This is not what I paid for. Your terms and conditions state that when I run out of high-speed data, that I am supposed to get a minimal amount, which is never supposed to fall below 128 kilobytes. Well, now, instead of getting a slow speed, you're turning off my hotspot, and I happen to know that you can do that from your location. I know that's true. When I first got into your system, you said, bring your own phone. And I did. And I used a phone that your company sells. Your company sells it. I used it for 3 weeks with my hotspot. Didn't have any trouble at all. After 3 weeks, I found out, well, you can't use your hotspot from your own phone, your old phone. You got to buy a phone from us. So, I did. The first phone you attempted to sell me, I found, you didn't have in stock. You had it in your stores, but it was an on the sale price of $10. So I ended up buying an LG phone, which now will not give me back pictures that people send me in it. There's an error message, an error loading. I can't get my pictures out of the phone. I also can't use the Synco system to use a USB connection to get my information off my phone. The phone is defective. I turn it off and I touch it on the back, it'll start typing text. I don't even have to have the phone use the screen or anything. It'll just start typing random numbers or random letters. Something wrong with the phone. And now, well, you'll get me another phone. And the thing is, but I gotta send you money. That's not what I consider any kind of a warranty. Now, I want my hotspot to stay on. And my phone is working. The settings in it are correct. Why are you people cutting me off of the web? That's why I have this phone. That's why I have an account with your company. And I did call you up today to tell you that my phone was working. And it was working perfectly well with 128 gigabytes because I checked the speed. I was actually, for the first time since having used up all my data, on this date I was able to confirm, no, actually on yesterday's date, I was able to confirm that I was actually getting 128 kilobytes of speed. Since I told you that, now you're turning off my hotspot. Turn the damn thing on. Okay? My telephone number is...
Welcome to
They
Cricket
hung up on
Wireless.
me.
Let's get started.
They hung up on me.
Dos para español. If you'd like to make a quick payment now, press 1.
I wouldn't.
Let's keep going. Just FYI, your current plan is Pro, which expires.
Now I'm going to
November
wait
1st.
until he finishes his spiel because the last time, as my tape has shown,
November 2nd. Let's make this quick and easy. Your
it's
choices
never
are
quick and easy with these
payments and
people.
auto pay. Press 1 to buy add-ons like data, international dialing, or mobile hotspots. Press 2 for voicemail. Press 3 for warranty and insurance claims for your device. Press 4. So what'll it be?
It's going to be 0.
Sure. I'll get one of our best folks. Just a sec. Oh, and
These
by the
best
way,
folks will hang
lawyers
up on
wanted
you.
me to tell you that your call might be monitored or recorded.
And that means you can record them.
Thank you for calling Cricket. My name is Simon. How can I help you today?
What was your name again?
Alan.
Well, Alan, I'm calling you. This is the second call I made about this problem, and apparently you're turning off my hotspot. You're turning off my hotspot. My phone's not turning off. My phone's not turning off the hotspot. You're turning off my hotspot.
Okay, now, sir, you're going to go ahead and check what's going on about the hotspot in your phone, but I will need to have your phone number.
Yes. Just a moment.
By Cricket?
Yes, you may access my account information.
Thank you, Jeff. It is your right and our duty under federal law to protect this information. Your decision will not affect your Cricket service. Okay, thank you.
Well, it couldn't be affected any worse since, look, you guys are doing this. I have had trouble with you guys since day one. I've had a number of I even bought a phone from you because 3 weeks after I took advantage of the scam that you offer on your website pages where you can bring your own phone, I used a phone that you guys sell. You guys sell Samsung phones. And this phone I was using is a phone you sell. And it was a phone that I previously purchased from another company who is also cheating me on data. Now, I've never gotten high-speed data from you because I have speed checks run by Geek Squad and 2 other independent websites. I have the results of those tests, which have been sent to me by email. All right? When somebody tells me they're going to give me high-speed data, I expect to get the industry standard of high-speed data. You guys don't use an industry standard. I'm told that your high-speed data isn't high-speed 4G LTE speed at all. Doesn't come close. But that's beside the point. It'd work. When I was using my computer with an Ethernet cable and a telephone connection, I had 65 kilobytes of speed per second, and I had no trouble accessing the web. So what's happening is you're using your remote computer, you're turning off my website, you've turned it off 3 times in the last 3 hours. Now I need to be on the web. I need to get into my email. I'm a musician. You guys don't even let me send text pictures. Every day when I'm a musician, I have to send people pictures of me when I'm dressed in my best bib and tucker. They have to be convinced that I'm not going to be an eyesore in the place where they're having people eating. But I'm not haven't been allowed to do my business. This is more than an inconvenience. It is a hardship. Now, today, you've decided, after I talked to a man 2 days ago, early in the morning, who apparently didn't want to give me your usual argument, who changed settings where you are. Now, I'm kind of wondering, did you change my plan and give me high-speed data during the last 2 days? Or am I still out of my 10 gigs? Because I was getting 128 128 kilobytes of speed. But now I'm getting no speed because you've turned off my hotspot. And you keep turning it off. I want my hotspot turned on. I want to get 128 kilobytes of speed like I presumed I was getting up until 3 hours ago when you started turning off my hotspot.
Okay, Jeff. Now, I just verified something in your account. Hey, I was checking all this kind of details.
Now, the reason, by the way, I'm calling you back is because you guys are supposed to call me back when the phone call gets dropped. But the thing is, I know the phone call wasn't dropped because I waited a while before you called me back. And you didn't call me back. So you guys have hung up on me. You hung up on me once today. Do not do it again. Please.
No, I won't do it, Jeff.
And if I get disconnected, okay, good. Now what we're going to do, I mean, if you want to check my settings, you can, but I can tell you they're correct because I've taken notes. I got a notebook here with me. When this stuff starts to happen, I go into my settings and I check all of my settings, and they're the ones that you guys told me that should be in my phone. So, what you're going to do right now is you're going to turn on my hotspot, and it's going to stay on. You know, we got, 3 days until the 1st of the month? And 4 days until the 2nd, by the 2nd I have to redo my account? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've pretty much been living on the street for months. It's very important for me to have this internet connection. But if I'm not going to have it, I'm going to use the money that I should have paid for rent over the past few months, and I'm going to take you guys into federal court, and I'm going to use evidence which I have acquired, and I'm going to get $500 an hour for every hour, because that's what I make in studios when I play. I'm going to get $500 an hour for all the time I've wasted with you guys in trying to get this thing to work. I've tried to be reasonable. I've tried to be copacetic about this. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to spend an inordinate amount of money, and I'm going to take you guys into court, and I'm going to be able to prove what you've been doing to me. So I suggest that we take care of this now. Okay, so change my settings and fix my phone and fix my hotspot, and you get me back. When I was dealing with an Ethernet cable, like I said, at 65 kilobytes per second, I had no trouble working any website, including YouTube.
Okay, yes. Yes, I do understand that. And I do apologize for this inconvenience with the service, but we're going to work right now.
Good, let's do it.
Even though that you have all the settings right now in your notebook, I will need you to please go with me, and we're going to verify every single setting, okay?
Sure.
Please. Okay, Jeff.
Okay, right now I'm in my settings. Okay, my settings are as follows. My airplane mode is off. My Wi-Fi mode is off. My Bluetooth mode is off. What else do you want to see? Because this is what I'm here seeing on the first page of my settings.
Okay, you see an option that says more?
Yes.
Okay, click on that, please.
Yes.
Now you see the mobile network.
Yes.
Okay, click on that, please.
Yes, my mobile data is on. My roaming is on. My access point names are Internet NDO.
Oh yeah, perfect. Now go back and what it is the mobile data is on, but right now I need the mobile data off.
Mobile data off. Let's see. Mobile data. You want me to hit Data Manager and turn my mobile data off. Okay. Wait a minute. Turn my mobile data off. Okay, it's off.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Now you see also the option that says access point in.
I have to go back to where to get that? Into more?
Yes, more. And
Mobile networks, access point names, NDO.
Yes, correct. Perfect, Jeff. Now, do you see also right in the top of the screen, like 3 little dots?
Yes.
Click on that, and then click on reset the
Okay, I did. And it still says NDO.
Yeah, it has to say NDO. But do you see like a message that says all these APNs will be deleted? Something like that?
No.
Nothing. But you already click on reset to default.
Yes.
Okay, don't worry. Go back, please, go back. And try to enable the data. I need the data, the mobile data enabled.
Mobile data is on. Data roaming is on.
Okay, so the mobile data has to be on right now.
Yeah, I know it. I know mobile data has to be on. It was on before. I turned it off, and now it's on again.
Okay. Thanks, Jeff.
Anything else?
From the settings, just that. And now, Jeff, the mobile hotspot right now, it's on or off?
Well, it's off, of course. You turned it off.
Okay.
You want me to turn my mobile? You want me to turn my hotspot on?
No, it's off.
Yeah,
That's it off.
yeah, it's off. It's off now.
And right now, how many signal bars you have?
Signal bars, I've got 3.
Okay, and do you see the word 4G in the
Yes,
middle
yes,
screen?
I do.
Okay. In the word cricket in the left corner?
Yes.
Okay, Jeff. So I don't know if you have a different phone number that I can call you back because I need to.
No, I'm awfully sorry, but why would I have more than one phone? And you know, you guys, I've done that before, but I'm not going across the street to borrow my neighbor's cell phone. I'm not going to do that again. Now, what we've done is we've reset all my settings, and all the settings were correct in the first place. They still are, and you're going to fix this from your location. I am going to go online. I'm going to turn on my hotspot. I'm going to turn on my hotspot, and I'm going to see how long it takes me to get into my email. All right? Now I'm enabling my hotspot.
You can do something else, Jeff, you know? You can also, but don't do this, okay? Because if you do this...
You're eventually going to ask me to turn off my phone and remove the SIM card for 5 minutes, aren't you?
Yeah, but I was not...
You guys always do that. But first, but before I remove that, we're going to try this now. So, what I'm going to do, tell you